Okay, welcome to the Let's Enjoy Piano Self-Expression Method. We're going to work on syncopation today, which is a surprise element to a motive. Rather than straight motives, a straight sound on quarter notes, you're pushing the accent to the upbeat. So if you have the book, look on page 6 and 7 and 72, 73. Let's Enjoy Pianos for you developing your self-expression. Music is between you and the piano for improvising, composing, jamming, accompaniment. So there's a toolbox. You can pull a lot of things out of here. And if you look at rhythm, which is page 6 and 7, straight rhythm on 6, and then the syncopated rhythm on 7. And the function of the beat, the downbeat, the upbeat, the offbeat, the weak beat, etc. You can see the one beat is a strong beat. That's the downbeat. And anytime you start on the upbeat, that's where syncopation comes in. It's an element of surprise. A dotted rhythm, as you can see here, or when you're pushing the second beat to an and, that's what creates syncopation. So if you have a straight beat, you just have something like this. And you put the accent to the upbeat. It's that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, there's that feeling of, instead of evenness, it's a little uneven, but the left hand keeps the beat, and that's steady in the blues. In any song, the metronome, which is your left hand, whether you're playing a straight chordal beat, as opposed to right on the beat, quarter, quarter, quarter. But when you push it off, and this on page 42, you can look at the difference, how you treat each beat. Into the beat, out of the beat, starting on the upbeat is what causes syncopation. Going into the upbeat, rather than all downbeats, you have an element of surprise, and that's syncopation. So, if you have the book, that's 6 and 7, 42, goes through a finger drumming method, which we have a couple of videos on that. But the integration of left and right hand is on 45 and 46, and that shows you the function of each beat. And when you start on the upbeat, and 46 has all upbeats, so you can feel practicing the upbeats. And then the top of 46 has what we just did there, that idea of, this is, where you're accenting the upbeat and falling into the downbeat. Here's all upbeats. I become in between the left hand. The left hand is on the beat, the right hand is off the beat. So, that's a quick array of what syncopation is. Now, applying a motive on 72, 73, as your 12-bar blues, example 1 on 72 is a straight quarter note motive. Motive is a little idea in the right hand that's played against the steady left hand, and is the center of the composition, or the improvisation. So if I play a C to C minor, there's the minor, C minor, here's the C major. So the first motive is, not really much syncopation there at all, and not much swing. To swing, play the blues, that's the using an eighth rest to push the first beat to the upbeat, you can see on number 1 on page 73, the example of that same motive, but now you start on the upbeat. So it starts on the and after 1. It's really not lined up in the writing perfectly in the count there, but that starts on the and after 1 and goes into 2 and. The next one is the cage, or the Rudolph chord, first inversion of C6. Here's a C1, C first inversion, there's the 6. And number 2 on page 72 is straight. That's the idea of the motive. Now to syncopate the motive, so you're using a dotted rhythm, 1, a 2, and 1, a 2. If you added 3 in, that would be number 6. Let's take number 6. That's on page 72, number 6. Now if you syncopated it backwards, or always on the upbeat. Number 3, let's see, number 3, C9. But that is, we slide into the blue note, slide off the blue note into the 3rd. And example 3 on 73, you have that bounce rather than you have and that last note comes in between 3 and 4 on the upbeat. You take that same motive, you move it to F instead of a C, E diminished on which is number 3 motive. When you get to F, you have a diminished. Same thing for a C6. Rather than, so just practice it slowly. Or wait. And that's where 42, the different motives of using words, record, record, tomato, clarinet, the accent comes on the beat. But if you start off the beat, that's syncopation. So play it straight first, then try the offbeats. Then try coming into the beat. And just try little bits and pieces where you're not confusing yourself too much, because rhythm is everyone's problem. And it takes time. So just take a motive and work it straight, putting in some notes on the upbeat. Then you can rearrange it on 74. And this is an overview. I don't expect you to do this immediately. Just get an overview of it. Here's 74. How to alter the motive through augmentation, diminution, rearrangement, elimination, and substitution. And then your trial on 75 of different ideas you can put to the walking bass. So augmentation is when you enlarge everything. So say we took our cage motive, and we did. Now to augment it, we would just hold it longer. stretch it out rather than diminution. Everything's tightened. Rearrangement. You have Rudolph. Start from the middle. There's two dotted rhythms. One, a two, and. Elimination. This eliminate the middle. So that's where you can take a motive and, using your imagination, do it differently. But just start it straight and then try to put the motive on the upbeats, which takes time, but just work one motive over and over again. The last is substitution. Instead of quarter notes, you can substitute it for 2/8 notes, which is a good example of substitution, but it's not swinging. You'd have to kind of keep, let's say, rather than just putting in the same time of a measure, but you're just jumbling it up a little bit, substituting eighth notes for quarter notes. And you can create your own motive. That's on page 78 and 79, visualizing the keyboard and creating your own motive. Because every note has a distance from the root. This is the third, this is the flat third, this is the fifth, this is the flat five. And using the flat five and the flat third, which are the blue notes, we have a little, what I call the V slide. And I did part one showing you all different motives and fills. And so this is a little more into the weeds on the rhythm and syncopation of those motives. So anyway, if you want some online lessons, look me up. If you have any questions, write to me at email at letsenjoypiano.com. And anything you'd like to see in a video. But there's a lot in rhythm that everyone has to work on. Be patient. Use that left hand as a steady metronome, whether you're walking the bass. And I can walk you through different things if you just want to take a few lessons and work on rhythm. Or work on harmony and harmonic rhythm of how long the chords hold. We're going to touch on that a little bit in the next video. Okay, so enjoy syncopation, and let me know if anything pops into your head that you would like to see. And other than that, enjoy the blues, because that's what it's all about. Just use your imagination. Thank you very much. Take care.